And it's very easy to be deceived this way, and we are. And I pray that I'm getting through to the people out there. I'm praying that I get through to you guys and gals. I just hope that you can understand that this is no joke. I don't do this for my health. I mean, this is my day off. Like, I have other things I could be doing, but this is where I have the most time to prepare. This is an important thing. This is no joke. They're killing us through the food supply. They're killing us through through big pharma. They're killing us through the water and through the chemtrails. It's real. It's very real. All right. I'm going to be taking a break in a minute because I do want to go into the big topic that I wanted to, for the duration of the time we have, to talk about the child trafficking and go over that whole aspect. So what I'm going to do is to play a very interesting piece that I have from Charlie Chaplin in a speech from the great dictator. It's famous, and I'll be back in just about 5 minutes. This is informedradio.com, and you're listening to Howard Nema. We are change, and I'll be right back.
The dictator of Turmania, the conqueror of Austerlitz, the future emperor.
Sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
clearly, Mr. Chaplin had a keen geopolitical insight. And of course, his films always showed social issues more than probably any filmmaker in history through his comedies. I found this particular film, I went to film school. I went to Queens College and the Aaron Copland School of Music and studied film. And this particular film, that speech, was really important because I remember the discussion was, well, how could, he literally did reach millions of people, as he said in the speech, and how people could not really perceive it. They couldn't understand what he was really saying. They were very confused because they just wanted to laugh. And The Great Dictator is not a funny movie. And it's a very serious movie, some light elements, but it's a tremendous social statement. And the studios were everywhere. Well, he had his own stuff, but people saying it was a big mistake. And the truth is that he saw what was coming and tried to warn the people. And then the discussion was like, well, how could, well, we know how history turned out. So we were looking as students, back in time when these people didn't see it. So this is before Hitler's rise to power. Well, it's actually not before his rise to power. It's before the invasion of Poland and the beginning of World War II. But it was just an amazing insight. And then they look at these people that you call them quote-unquote conspiracy theorists, and they called Charlie Chaplin a conspiracy theorist. Oh, he's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That could never happen. That won't happen. Let me tell you, forces in the media and probably in levels of government even then. Again, we know that General Smedley Butler was approached by the elite to head an army of 500,000 men in a fascist takeover in 1936 of the government. He reported it to Congress. It's all on record. This happened. So this fascism was really rampant. And unfortunately, it's rearing its ugly head again in the name of democracy and freedom and love bombs and peace prizes. Well, I'm going to end this segment, this show, which was, I think we got about 20 minutes left or so, on Dyncorp and the child sex trafficking. It's a horrific topic. Now, first I'm going to discuss a couple things. I recommend everybody goes to YouTube and put in Ted Gunderson, Gunderson, CIA, sex trafficking of children. Ted Gunderson was a 28-year veteran of the FBI. He had over 700 agents under his command in Los Angeles. And he uncovered this truth. And again, there's much resistance to the truth when you have people in power that wish to subdue it because it's a system, like the drug war. Talk about it all the day long. It's like the people are sleeping. Like, Charlie Chaplin, he had it right. How could these people not have known? They call him a conspiracy theorist, but look at history. He knew. You're crazy. Well, that's what it's like, we know. We know where this is going. We know where we're going.